children's mental health was a crisis before the pandemic, and now, as the both Academy of Pediatrics and American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry have talked about, it's now an absolute emergency. Moving beyond the problem of toxic stress toward the solution of relational health. It explains how the individual, family, and community capacities that support the development and maintenance of safe, stable, and nurturing relationships can not only buffer adversity, but build resilience across the life course. But I think what we want to emphasize is the broader impact of Reach Out and Read towards supporting that relationship with children and parents, so that reading is a chance for children and parents to expound on different things that they see in pictures and words. And that's the skill building, that's the relationship building that enhances the communication. And that's really what it's all about over the long term.
But I would argue we need to move with urgency around some of our public health challenges. I want us as a national organization to continue to think about our work as a public health intervention. How do we ensure that we're truly universal? How do we ensure that we're not only making some amazing impact in specific clinics and specific populations, but how are we actually at the table thinking about the health of all children in the earliest developmental stages for all children.
So from a child's perspective, if they don't have language and they don't have the words to talk about how they're feeling, they're not going to feel heard and understood in the world.
And so we have an opportunity at any interaction. Though things have changed and we're doing a lot of things virtually, every interaction is a possibility for change in building positive relationships.
And that's how you change a generation. Their focus is fixing the mom. And as you fix the mom, you fix the family. When mom is whole, when I'm able to wake up at 100, I'm able to pour into my children, I'm able to pour into my community.
And giving out that book, or giving out or having a toy in front of you, right? Those are the ways that those support parents being able to, in a relaxed kind of way, engage with their children.
Make sure that we have books that we're giving to children that look like the children that we're giving the books to, because that makes a really big difference when you see yourself in the story.
And then finally, I think we need to create unity, work with partners that also have the same values that you do around racial equity.
This crisis has shown us that the mental health issues have always been there, but it just pushed it over for many families, and it opened it up to making more of us aware, and on a national level, that this is really something we need to work on and to help our families provide the supports.
Child mental well-being is having this space to talk about feelings.
Healthy, happy, and kind. Those are three things that are not mutually exclusive. You can be very healthy, but maybe not happy today. You can be super happy even if you got a cold.
But I think also thinking about the idea of trauma-informed training, people who have, every time they come to healthcare, they have not felt safe, or they haven't felt heard.
That we prompt kids to talk to their grown-ups. So we'll have questions like, ask your grown-up how their body feels when they're angry. And what we heard from a lot of our listenership was that was such a good check-in for the grown-ups as well.
Because I want to talk about resilience today and probably touch on mindfulness and all these things that can be helpful, but then there's actual trauma. There's much bigger things going on too.
You might have heard the term like the days of the giants. When I was a resident, we didn't sleep for 3 days. What experience has taught us is that it wasn't good. These were not ideal circumstances, and being sleep deprived many days of the week was not good. So hopefully duty work hours and a greater understanding, of the importance of taking care of one's physical and mental health will affect changes in that.
I think if you start with that question, am I thriving or am I surviving, right? And really do that assessment, I think that's a good place to start.
Practicing our own resilience, practicing things that help us with our own resilience are inherently for the benefit of everybody else too.
And what can we do institutionally to ensure that this is changing? And I think we're trying, I think many places are trying. I think the places that aren't doing well enough need to be called out.
The way that you get rid of the stigma of mental health issues in general is to open that dialogue and share your story.